Salut. So, this is going to be a YouTube collective today. It's been a while since I've done just a collective reading for YouTube, so there must be a reason. But I've written the message down this time, then I'll get into cards. The message is, the third party is not just a person, it is an energy of distraction and destruction. For masculines, it can show up as marriage, a relationship, be it family, friends, work, just a relationship to someone who clings tightly and uses control like money or obligation as weapons to keep you bound to them. Feeling like you don't have options to kind of live how you want to live, you know? The third party pretends to be safety, but in truth, it is a parasite feeding on the masculine's weakness. So every time the divine masculine chooses so-called comfort of his shadows, he will feel his life force draining. The karmic thrives on stagnation. The masculine will risk living a half-life forever, haunted by the love he could not claim. The only way forward is to cleanse and energetically sever the karmic people, places, situations that are keeping them in that loop that they keep repeating. This solar eclipse that's on Sunday, 21st of September, it's a new moon that night as well, and it's not a soft new moon. It's an eclipse, and eclipses don't ask politely. They slam doors shut, sometimes so suddenly you don't even get to say goodbye. They force you to face what you've been avoiding: health, work, balance, daily routines. The areas you thought you could postpone are exactly what will collapse if not dealt with. The eclipse does not care about comfort, it cares about truth. If you stay, your spirit weakens. If they leave, multiple people may be hurt. Families, friends, even financial ties may shake. That's why the masculine can feel paralyzed, because karmic endings rarely come clean. They come with fire and fallout. You cannot escape what is meant to end. You cannot hold on to what is dead. This solar eclipse is not gentle, it is fated. It will erase what blocks your path and open doors you cannot yet imagine. For twin flames, this is a breaking point and a birthing point. Chaos now, clarity later. So that was quite long, but I feel as though this is specifically a reading around this eclipse coming up on the weekend. It's only 2 days away. So let's see what is supposed to happen, what is happening for you in this eclipse, what is kind of destined to leave your life, and what you could expect after this eclipse is over, when it's like the dust settles and you can see what remains. And for some weird reason, I'm really getting pulled to get message cards first, and I had one, was it a week or so ago, where I started with these, but I don't normally, and it's weird for me to feel pulled towards them, especially when this feels like it's a more general reading for people to see what's being cleared out for them during this time. But I'm going to go with it and see where it takes us. So what is this message, please? So on theme for what I just said, I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household. I had a rough childhood. I say this in my readings a lot, where mother issues and father issues too, they're both big things, wounds that need healing. But when you have a relationship with your mother that makes you feel like you're responsible for them financially, physically, emotionally, and especially when it's you've been brought up to think that way, that you somehow owe your parents for existing, people get confused with when that line blurs, especially in certain cultures where mothers think that they should be top priority. Even when their child marries and has their own family, they still believe that they should be top priority, and it's just not the case. My belief is that you should raise your children to be independent of you. It's not that you can't have a relationship with your adult children, but you want them to grow up and go live their own lives and hopefully meet someone that they love and that loves them back and will treat them well, and that you have taught them enough to treat someone else well. But in a lot of instances, mothers and sometimes fathers, but it's more of a mother wounding, will become enmeshed with their children, especially in certain cultures, and they're expecting handouts constantly, even if it's an unspoken pressure. It's something that it's a very hard habit to break, especially if you're brought up that way, thinking that that's what you should do for family, even to your own detriment. So that, I think, is a big shift that's happening for this, whoever it is I'm speaking to. It's either someone connected to you, or this is you yourself finding yourself in a situation where you might need to sever ties with some kind of parent or family ties, familial, friendship ties, and it's gonna feel uncomfortable, and it's gonna make you feel, I just heard gonna make you feel sick. It's interesting though, because immediately when I heard sick, I thought do an egg cleanse. It's almost as if, because, especially with parents, because it's so deeply rooted in you, it's something that's it's a cord that's very hard to cut. So that's why a lot of people will have, why in-laws have such a bad reputation, or mother-in-laws have such a bad reputation, because they're so attached to their son. This is just an example, that they either overtly or covertly try to sabotage your relationship, and then the person that marries their son, God forbid, is in this push-pull dynamic where they love this person's son, but their mother-in-law, father-in-law are against them, and this is something that I think perhaps this collective is waking up to. This is the shift. This is the thing that the solar eclipse is forcing and ending with. And it doesn't have to be cutting this person out of your life completely, or people out of your life completely, but it is forcing some kind of drastic change where that pattern, it's gotta go. Yes, I was cheating. One more. I dream about you constantly. I hate that I have to wake up because it's so beautiful in the 5D. And I didn't know if my family was going to accept you. And there it is. Their family was a big interference. Or your family, if it's you watching and you know that your family interferes too much in your love life or your life in general. And you can relate to this. If your family doesn't accept the person that you want to live your life with, have children with, whatever it is, whatever you want your life to be with this person, to truly grow up and be an adult and set boundaries and be a man, be a woman, you don't have a say in my relationship. This is my relationship. This is the person I love and who I'm going to share my life with. You need to back off. And also be able to hear your partner's grievances if they're feeling disrespected by your family. Too many people are of the opinion that as soon as their friends and family don't like someone, that person's got to go. And it's just, yes, in some cases that might be because they're picking up an energy that you're not aware of, and they might not think that person's right for you. But even in those situations, as hard as it is for a family member to maybe sit back and see someone they love making a mistake with someone, people have their own journeys in life, and they have to follow that journey and learn the things that they have to learn. But in a lot of cases, a partner will take too much of what their family say to them and let it affect their relationships, even though the person they've chosen to be in a relationship with is someone that they love and want to be with. But they're too impressionable of outsiders' opinions. When I saw yes, I was cheating, I heard two things. One, that it wasn't that that you cheated on someone, but it was that you allowed negative opinions of family and maybe friends too cloud your judgment with this person. Yes, it's not the card that says I listen to bad advice, I'm not listening to these people anymore, I know you're the one. But sometimes cheating doesn't have to necessarily mean you physically slept with someone. It could be that you betrayed your person in the way of how you ended up treating them because of these outside opinions that infiltrated your own impression that you had of your person. But also that cheating was something that was encouraged. The other thing was that cheating was something that if you did cheat on your person and your family didn't like the person you were with at the time, they made that was the greatest thing ever, that they were happy that you did that because they didn't want you with your person anyway. It was almost like they enabled it, maybe even encouraged it, because in the hopes that it would end the relationship. So it could be both of those. It could be that you didn't actually cheat on the person you love, but that you betrayed them in other ways, in the ways you let. Perhaps you even know that your family wasn't very nice to your partner and they upset them quite a bit. But because they were your family, you expected your partner to just shrug it off and not say anything or be okay with it. And that's not protecting your person. And then, yeah, the other message I'm getting is that you did cheat, but it was heavily encouraged and almost orchestrated by your family because they didn't like your person. So they would, try to sabotage your relationship, which they succeeded at. And because of this, you now have them basically haunting you. It's not because they're actively trying to be in your dreams or send you their name everywhere, their birthday, their model of car, places you two went together, memories flooding your mind. I don't think this person's sending you that. I think this is the universe trying to very clearly show you that your family has too much influence over you and it's time to grow up. And they're not going to back off. That's your job. This is what you have to do. And they're not going to go quietly. So it's usually when people are used to you being a certain way for a certain period of time and you try to set a boundary, they will fight you on that boundary. So for a long time, you'll have to constantly keep setting that boundary. And if they continue to ignore the boundary, then yes, you have to sever that relationship, at least for a time. If they are willing to revisit it later and respect that boundary, then you can build the relationship again. But this is, like I said in that opening message, this is not the karmic situations do not go quietly. Most of the time, there is some kind of burning of a bridge or even a slow fade away of the connection. But when it comes to family enmeshment, that's usually more cutthroat, where it's like you basically, I'm seeing a little kid packing their backpack and going, I'm running away from home. Like, you're running away from them because they're just keeping you stuck in life. And even though your soul knew that this was the case, you might have even openly said, I'm sick of fixing everyone's problems. I'm sick of being the go-to because everyone's life falls apart and I'm supposed to be the problem solver. You still indulged them because you felt familial obligation to, whether it was your upbringing or culture, whatever. And so that is something that you're being forced to see during this eclipse season. And by the weekend, it's really, you can either use this time to see things as they are and really make the changes, or like I said in that message, you don't. You stay in what's comfortable even though you're not happy, and continue this cycle, or you take this opportunity to really break free and start fresh and do what you want to do, even though it's scary because you don't know the outcome. But that's the adventure of life. What life would that be if there was never any surprises or anything that happened that you knew everything that was going to happen? There's no fun in that. Your family not accepting the person you love, and this being someone that you really know that has your heart, and you're basically punishing yourself, torturing yourself, being like, no, I can't be with them. No, I can't. I got to stay away from them. No, my family won't like, no. Take charge of your life. You're the architect of your life. Do something about it. So, let's see how this is going to go for you. Oh, clearing the solar plexus, that's good. Gaining your confidence back. Maybe even this message is to rile you up, get you motivated and being like, yeah, I am going to do this for myself. I'm not under my family's control anymore. I am going to stick up for myself. Willpower, strength, confidence. This is what they're trying to show. You have this within you. You can clear this block and really move forward in life in the way you want to move forward in life. Even if, say for instance, your family say, yeah, we just want you to be happy, we'll support whatever you do, but somehow you always end up back with them fixing their problems. So it's like, you don't know how they're sabotaging you, but it's almost like you feel guilty for saying it, but something in you tells you that they are sabotaging it in some way, and you it's not like you can think of the thing, but there's somehow they've got their hand in it, you don't know how. Listen to your intuition. You're listening. If you take this opportunity to clear this energy out, your higher self is screaming at you, and that's why you can feel it, and that's probably why you're feeling so crappy too, because your higher self is saying, listen, your life will get so much better if you show up for yourself. Be strong. Be like, this is my life. I want to be happy. I'm going to follow my path. And if you don't like it, that's fine. It's not your life to live. It's mine. I love you, but no. Lots of this is about you being realigned into the frequency that they want you to be in. Kind of like you've pivoted off, movement here. You've pivoted off the path. Again, like how I said, these people kind of always keep pulling you back into that mode of being the helper, being the knight in shining armor, the one that rescues the family all the time. They keep somehow, you still keep ending up in that role. It's time, your higher self is trying to push you out of that. Get away from that role. get back onto the frequency that they want you on, as well as realigning to this person that you love, that you want to be with. Trusting the messages that you are receiving here and here. Trusting in your intuition when it comes to this. Meditate if you have to. Recenter. Alright, solar plexus. Control. Let go of the needing to know the outcome here. I think it's scary to say to your family, back off. I don't care if you don't like this person. This is who has my heart and I know I can be happy with them. I'm going to go to them and you just have to accept my decision. Breaking free from the control they have over you too, because whenever I see that as well, it reminds me of apron strings and, like, again, I'll say a mother puppeting you. You always end up in this caretaker role where you're fixing everyone else's problems and not living your life. They have too much control over you. This is what they're saying. Your higher self is telling you this. You know this. You actually know this, but I don't want to say cowardly. I think it's a guilt thing. And family is so good at guilt tripping. But you're also resisting the change yourself, and it's almost like they're ripping off the band-aid. Break free from being puppeted by your family, being controlled by your family, and also you're kind of self-inflicting that control. You're putting control on yourself. You're stopping yourself from going towards a place, a person that you want to go towards. For why? To make other people happy. You don't have to live their life, just like they don't have to live your life. If you know that's where your happiness is, too bad for them. Crown chakra, shaman. So your higher self might even be telling you need to go to some kind of therapy or some kind of healing that might help you to release some of this energy. But this as well is you tapping into that part of yourself, that healing side. That might be something that it's being misplaced. All that energy, that healing, beautiful energy that you naturally have, that your higher self is guiding you to use, is being drained by these people, by this karmic situation, whatever it is. And it's preventing you from coming into your full purpose in helping people in some way or sharing your wisdom in some way. If you, by listening to your higher self and really jumping in to this new life, you can be this shaman. I mean, you don't have to actually be a shaman, but some form of giving back, helping people, feeling fulfilled in your life. I just got heartburn. You might be getting heartburn at the moment. Intimacy and intensity. Your intense desire to get away from the situation you're in currently, but this is also, see how there's two people in both of that. The intense chemistry that you have, the intense pull you have to go back towards this person, this solar eclipse is clearing a huge amount of energy to realign you to realign you back to yourself, but also to this person that you have undeniable intense feelings for. And this crown chakra card also has divine connection on there. Yes, your connection to the divine, but also a divine connection in the 3D to your person. That's too many. Third eye chakra. Awakening. This solar eclipse, this whole eclipse season, the last 4 or 5 weeks? So the eclipse season is coming to an end. So you might have felt between these two eclipses that you've been going through a lot of changes and you have felt very up and down, but you've been going through a spiritual enlightenment. you're opening up your third chakra, you're trusting in your intuition and trusting that you're being guided even though you don't feel great about it right now. Freedom. You're breaking free from the control that your family or whatever the karmic situation is for you, and the control, that's self-imposed control that you put on yourself. I'm seeing someone pushing their feelings down so that they don't go towards their person. You're breaking free from that. Young, wild and free. This is what this energy is for. Alright, I'll get these ones. Let's see. What other messages does this collective need to hear, please, in regards to this solar eclipse? And even though I started with the message cards, and yes, there is clearly someone that you feel connected to deeply, that you want to go towards, but the main message here is more about you breaking free from the chains that you think you have on you in regards to some kind of karmic situation. And that will then realign you to your person. Yeah, the scythe, number 10, and the letter J could be significant, but sudden and unexpected, and that is what this eclipse is all about. It's ripping off the band-aid, and it's not comfortable. There could be an accident, but this is cutting people off and releasing it. And also when you, because see how he's a farmer, he's got a scythe, and they use that to harvest their crop. So what happens when you harvest? You then have this whole bounty to enjoy. So when you do this, you will reap the rewards of this. This even says ripping off the band-aid. And you will be liberated because of it. And yes, it might be a bit of a shock to the system when you really decide to stand up for yourself and stand by it, making a decision and standing by it, but you will feel pride within yourself for doing that. It will elevate you internally. A reckoning is coming. And as well, I just heard with that third eye, tapping into your third eye and letting your higher self guide you, that is also why this person that you want to go back to is appearing in your dreams, because that's how you're receiving the messages. Even if the dreams aren't nice and you're seeing the person you love, even if in the dreams your person is saying, I don't love you anymore, or I've moved on to someone else, and it's making you feel yuck, they're appearing in your dreams for a reason, because they want you to go back to this person. Your dream state is when they are sending you the most messages. And also it could be a shock to your family or whoever the karmic situation is when you cut them off or make this big decision in your life. Number 9. This is the reconciliation card. This is bringing you back on both on the same frequency, realigning so you can reconcile this relationship, and it's going to bring you happiness. And it's always been a seed in your mind of wanting to express how much you love this person to them and express how you want to reconcile with them. The love you have, but it's actually about taking that step and being open about it and going from the thought of it to the action of it. I feel like I'm getting really hot in the face. Maybe you feel quite nervous about this. Number 9 and the letter Q. The man, number 28, boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, masculine energy. So, I mean, the opening message was about the masculine and the karmic energies that can restrict you in life. But this is you feel like this is a delicate situation that is approaching. And it's something that, yes, handle it carefully, but stand on business, be about it, basically. And understand that this is a unique situation, but it's happening for you, not to you, is what I'm trying to say. 9's come out twice here, but you are completing a cycle. So you've got 10, 9, 28, and 9. Could also be that because we're in September, and September's the 9th month. Number 2 and 6 are the 2nd of June. But also luck is on your side when it comes to this. An unexpected rendezvous as well. So you might... you might come across this person and you weren't expecting to, and that sparks the, it like gets the ball rolling, I just heard. It's like this perfect moment is orchestrated where you two have some kind of, like I'm seeing two people crashing into each other accidentally and it being like this serendipitous moment. And also the 10th of February or the 10th of June or the 22nd, that could be important, 26th of October. Queen. That Q, there's not many names that start with Q, but I heard Queen. So you might have even referenced your person as a queen, as in you're my queen. Number 16 and the number 6. So June could have been a very significant month in your connection too, like special dates in June. But the 16th of June, or the 16th of September, stars. So under bouquet, when you've ripped off the band-aid here, you have luck on your side in regards to this ending, which is going to bring reconciliation with the person you love, which is a wish come true. They're actually aligning this up for you. And it might even feel like a miracle because you might have put this person in the category of too hard basket because you had that mentality of I didn't think my family would accept you. I think even something at night time is going to inspire you to go towards this person, taking the leap of faith. Yes, stallion, break free. You're going to break free. Wild versus tame, strong emotions. Your emotions for this person are undeniable, but you've just been suppressing them. The desire you have for this person is your driving force to finally make this, cutthroat decision. And this is also about unbridled sexual energy. So you're very attracted to this person, but this is all about freedom and unleashing the inner beast, setting boundaries, severing karmic energies, and going towards what you want to. Unapologetically. Galloping towards your person. And that's also the letter A. And the number 4. So the 28th of April or the 9th of April. What side's the bottom? Magnet. You're being drawn back to one another. Number 32. Longing, desire, gravity, magnetic, attraction, charm, je ne quoi, seduction, yearning, field of influence. I think you have been yearning for a better life for yourself and for this person. But you've just been stubborn. You've been blocking yourself when it comes to this. But that's what this energy is all about. Ripping off the Band-Aid. Taking control of your own life. Alright. What's this energy around you right now that you need to break free from? Then I actually quickly want to get how this person that you want to go towards feels about you. Move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. But I don't think this is your person. I think this is them saying move on from where you're feeling trapped right now. The people and the situations and the places you're in right now, move on from it. It's time to let go. Let go. Someone is still figuring themselves out, but that is you. That's the energy you're in right now. Again, it's knowing what needs to be done, but then actually doing it. Challenges. So, like I said in the beginning with that opening message, any kind of really severing any karmic energies is not, you'll be lucky to have a clean breakaway from it. It is going to feel like a challenge. It might feel like a big mountain you have to climb, or that you're pushing a boulder up a hill, but it's when you get to the top, how good does it feel? It might feel like an insurmountable challenge to cut these people off or to set boundaries and do what you want to do. But how good is it going to feel when you're actually reaping the good life that you wanted when you do it? So it's going to feel like a challenge now, but you're going to be rewarded for it. Here comes the yawning. Cycles. So this person you had a lot of repeated cycles with, and maybe it even got worse and worse. So maybe you did something silly to end it, or when you ended it, you did it in the heat of the moment. But this is something where it was always fated to end because certain things had to be learnt, but endings bring new beginnings. You can have a fresh start here. It ended, so something could begin when you realigned with this person. Date night, get ready to be wined and dined. So when you figure this out and figure out that life is full of surprises and you can't always know the outcome, and that's what's exciting about it, you will go towards this person. And I'm just seeing this as going on a cheeky date, doing some fun things together. Challenges. Narcissist. So this is the person attached to you that's sucking the life out of you that you need to detach from. That's your challenge. And even before, when I was talking about mothers, for example, or fathers, you can have a mother and a father that's a narcissist, but in different ways. You could have a father that's an overtly a narcissist, that's right in your face, and you could have a mother that's a covertly narcissistic. So you can never pinpoint how they're meddling, but they are. This could be your challenge because you feel guilt because they're your parents. And that's the challenge for you, to break free from that thought pattern. You're too in your head about it. It's getting out of your head and doing it. From thoughts to action. All right, let's see how this person feels about you. How does this person feel about their masculine, please? I don't even know which one came out first. Okay, so they've got passion and chemistry too. Green light, they've got shaman, so I think they see you as that. So they're sitting in, so they want a new beginning with you too. They are ready to receive. They are sitting in their divine feminine energy. They're very nurturing, they're very compassionate. They have a lot of passion for you, and that might be something you reminisce about too, how much passion this person, like they couldn't get enough of you. It's just like, give me more, I want you all the time. They have that chemistry and that desire for you too. They are, with this green light and this chaser, they know that for you to fulfill or to heal certain things of inside yourself, you need to take charge of the situation. You need to be the chaser in this situation, because you need to be able to show up and be strong and be able to take accountability and be that strong masculine. And when I say strong masculine, this isn't toxic masculinity where it's like you're not supposed to cry and you're not allowed to have feelings. Quite the opposite. When you're secure in your feelings and you're able to express yourself in a mature, emotionally mature way and be a container to hold the emotions of your feminine as well, that is a healthy masculine. They see you as someone very healing too. They've gotten the shaman as well. So they're actually reflecting what the universe and this solar eclipse is trying to get you into. They're reflecting here. Their feelings for you reflect what the universe is trying to get you to be, to do, to have. There was trauma that you caused this person, but they also know that you come from trauma and that you get overwhelmed and stressed when you're in certain situations. But that's the only negative card. But on reflection, it's very much just expressing that they know this about you, but see more for you regardless. Again, the potential. This is what the universe is trying to grant you. And they want a new beginning with you too. Take that leap of faith. Other people's feelings be damned. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's your life. Balance, masculine and feminine. So they might feel as well that you needed a lot of balance in your life and that was lacking, which caused a lot of turmoil in your connection in the past. Okay. Any last messages here? They're trying to grant you a new beginning. It's just that you need to make some tough decisions that feel like a challenge now, but the potential here of you returning to this person is, I heard the word magnificent and I don't even use that word, so, but that's nice. Right, any more messages for this collective about this solar eclipse? Number 8, I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making sense. That's you, because everything feels like it's burning down right now. Number 3, these feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. That's you. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. Again, this is you. So you have been running away from this person that you love because maybe at the time you were with them too, it didn't make sense to be with them. And then on top of that, you had familial pressures and opinions clouding your judgment as well. You're not sleeping well, are you? I can feel it. Number 11, when I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me. And straight away, I also heard, it's almost like I can see you sitting up in bed and thinking about how you miss looking into your feminine's eyes. Sometimes you wouldn't even need to speak. You just like look at each other and you felt so relaxed. Maybe you haven't even felt that relaxed since you've been with this person. 11:11, we are coming into union. See, what did I say? They are trying to grant you this reunion with your person. You just need to face these challenges head on and just do it. I just heard, put those running shoes on and run. And I just saw that image of run, Forrest, run. But when he's older and he just decides to leave the house and start running and he gets a long beard and like people start running with him and he's just running for like, wasn't it years? I've got that scene in my head of him running through the desert and then he just suddenly stops and goes, I don't want to run anymore. I want to go home now. You don't want to run anymore. You want to go home to your person. Maybe the 8th of November is significant. I don't want to run anymore. I want to go home. I'm going to go home now. That's exactly what he says. You want to go home, and not home as in family. Home as in the person you love. You don't want to run anymore. Number 7, communication. I'll contact you when I'm able to. This is you. You're getting to that point now. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you, especially with that. I didn't know if my family was going to accept you. You are cleaning up messes right now and trying to clear out certain energies so that you can go towards this person because you don't want to bring them back into this mess that you are in at the moment. As well, you're going through a dark night of the soul, which is very heavy energy. Your feminine, just to be clear, would have gone through a dark night of the soul on their own too, without anyone's help. So it's just something that cannot be, if someone was to interfere in that, then it would prolong your timeline. It would prevent you from learning the lesson that it was there to teach you. The 3rd of July or the 7th of March. And you're probably seeing 11:11 a lot as well. One more. 11 again. 11:11, 11:11. Union, another union card. Our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. Communication again. I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. It's time to come out of the shadows and take real action towards this person. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to be your partner, number 8. So August, I feel like August and June are significant months for your connection. That might be repeated cycles, important dates like special occasions, anniversaries, whatever. This is a now energy. All right, closing message, please. Make a decision and work on the inner healing so that you can have this future. Stop. You got the 11:11 card. I've never had that come out yet in this deck. Numbers in doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. That is literally this whole message. I can't believe that. That is actually so freaking cool. Don't hold back your love now. Take action. Life is meant for you. Go live your life. Stop running. Go live your life. These people can sort themselves out. Do what's going to make you happy now. You are seeing 1111 a lot.